Hello, and we are live. Welcome to another Monday morning live stream. I'm Bex from Social Media Executive, and I'm going to be telling you today how often you should be posting to your social media channels. A question we get asked all the time, and so I'm going to be going through some tips and advice on 6 of the main social media channels. How often you should be posting on LinkedIn, how often you should be posting on Twitter, how often you should be posting on Instagram, how often you should be posting on YouTube, how often you should be posting on Pinterest, and how often you should be posting on Twitter. Okay, so I'm going to run through those. But again, as usual, if you are watching live, please do say hello. Feel free to say hi in the comments. Tell us what your business is all about, and I'll bring you up on screen, put your comments up on screen. If you're watching on YouTube, please do give this video a like and subscribe to my channel for regular social media tips and advice live every Monday. Okay? Oh, hi, Amanda. Thank you for saying hello. Hello, good morning. So Amanda is a fantastic copywriter from Redwood Copy. So thank you for saying hello. Again, if you're watching, please do say hello. If you've got any questions as we're going along as well, do just give us a shout. Oh, hi, Gary. Thanks for saying hi. Hi. So Gary has Belvoir Sales and Lettings in Warrington. Highly recommend as well. And we've got someone else who's saying hello. Hello. Let me know who you are. You're only coming up as a Facebook. If you're watching in my Facebook group, please do just click on the StreamYard link above the video so I know who you are. I'll say your name. And we've got Helen. Hi, Helen from Libertas Wealth Management. God, loads of chatting today. So, thank you so much, guys. Again, as you're going along, if you've got any questions, please do post them in the chat. So nice to see everyone today on the chat. Can't actually see you virtually. Okay. Again, if you're watching this video on catch up, please do post any comments below. I will get back to them as well. So today, how often should we be posting? Again, at the end of this video, I'm going to be summarizing. It's not just about how often you're posting, but there are loads of other points to take into account as well. So I'll run through those at the end. But first of all, let's have a think about how often we should be posting on our social media channels. This is a question everybody asks because let's face it, we really want to try and post the minimum amount of posts, the maximum reach on our social media, because that's going to give us the best return on investment. So it's really important to understand the frequency of posting on social media and how we should be doing it. So the first thing and the first question I always ask people is how much time do you have? Okay, we've got to be realistic. Social media can be a massive time sink. So first of all, you've got to think about how much time have you got to create this content? You've got to be realistic, yeah? And what sort of content and messages do you need to get out there? What exactly is your social media platforms for? You may have a certain amount of content. You may just want to raise your brand awareness. Some businesses just want to have an active social media platform. So to showcase their reviews, like Facebook, they may just want a decent clickable link through to the website so that people check it. It looks active and it looks fantastic. They're not necessarily using it to drive growth. So again, it depends on what you're using your social media for. Is it just brand awareness or is it growth? You want to drive those business inquiries. I think for the most of us, we really do want to drive those business inquiries. So that's what we're going to be looking at today. Okay. So the first and the most important thing with anything to do with frequency, and this goes for every social media channel, is consistency. Okay. With all the will in the world, we might go, right, okay, we want to post 5 times a week, starting from now. And we do it because we're all enthusiastic. And then 3 weeks later, we get really busy. And then we don't post anything for about 2 or 3 weeks. And then we come back to it and maybe post a couple and then forget about it. That is the worst thing you can do on social media. They monitor your frequency. They monitor it. Those platforms that are consistent, that are turning out quality content rather than the quantity, it's those platforms that will rank higher in the searches, will get more love from those social media platforms Because remember, those social media platforms want to provide content that its users like and enjoy. So again, you've got to be consistent. You've got to be, you'll be rewarded by your social media platforms if you're bobbing on at least a few times a week. They know, they can tell, they are watching you as to what you're doing and what activity you're doing on your social media accounts. Okay, so think about quality over quantity. So basically, you'll be pleased to know that it's not, oh my goodness, you must be on Twitter 35 times a day. You must be on Facebook posting every hour. Those types of frequencies are wrong, okay? One, you get complete burnout, and two, you probably completely put off your followers. Because can you imagine if you were getting every hour a post from the same Facebook page coming up on your Facebook newsfeed, you'd get fed up and you'd probably unfollow them, okay? So again, let's run through then in a little bit more detail each of these 6 platforms and what the frequency should be. Okay, right then. So let's start with, I've done a summary here, okay? We are going to look at Facebook. Let's start with Facebook because Facebook's one of my favorites, just because it has so much functionality. And I challenge any business who is not on Facebook, whether you're B2B or B2C, Facebook is phenomenal and they are adding loads more things to it. So Facebook, okay. Right, so there's a lot of rumours going around that you should be posting to like every hour on Facebook. That is not true, okay? And actually, HubSpot found that with accounts less than 10,000 followers, they had a 50% drop in engagement for those accounts that posted more than twice a day, okay? That's twice a day, not twice an hour. So for Facebook, generally, the recommendation for Facebook is once a day, yeah? Once or maximum twice a day. You go over twice a day, your engagement's dropping off, and it has been proven, okay? So twice a day on Facebook, but absolute minimum, because not all of us can create 2 posts a day on Facebook. Not all of us can create 1 post a day. That's 7 posts a week. Let's be realistic. If you want to maintain the visibility and gradually grow your followers over time, then 3 times a week on Facebook is absolutely fine. And it will keep your Facebook page ticking over. If you wanted to grow a little bit quicker, then look to post 1, maximum 2 times a day on Facebook. Okay? Let me know, how often do you post on Facebook at the moment? I would love to know. And again, remember, like with any of these platforms, it depends on your audience as well. It depends who you've got on your audience. If you've got loads and loads of followers, then you can get away with posting more frequently. But if you've only got 300 followers, then you don't want to be bombarding them with the same information all the time. They're going to get fed up. Okay. Right. So that's Facebook. Twitter then. Twitter is the most frequent. Remember, Twitter's short, sharp bits of information going out. And tweets, out of all social media posts, tweets live the shortest. Okay, tweets only hang around for about 15 minutes. Once you've done a tweet, it's probably people are going to see it for about 15 minutes, and then all the other tweets are going to take over. Okay, so short, sharp bits of information. So basically, and this goes to HubSpot, because HubSpot is a great source. They do a lot of research into social media, and they do a lot of research into that. They've looked at frequencies a lot. But basically, HubSpot suggests 15 to 23 tweets a day, not a week. That's how rapid Twitter is. If you want to grow your Twitter account and you've been serious about it, then you at least need to do a tweet once a day, okay? You know, you're not going to get seen if you're not posting every day on Twitter. You're just not, unfortunately. It is the more, the merrier, okay? HubSpot also found that most followed Twitter accounts average 23 tweets a day. So those really popular Twitter accounts, that are growing at quite a rapid amount, that have thousands of followers. You're looking, they're doing it, and they've done it by tweeting about 23 times a day. So again, Twitter is short, sharp, fast bits of information, thoughts, insights, that sort of thing. Okay. Minimum once a day. That's your absolute minimum for Twitter. Okay. Now then, let's have a think about LinkedIn then. So LinkedIn, again, fantastic. I love LinkedIn, I have to say, because lots of people on LinkedIn, from their personal profiles, I'm talking about personal profiles, not business profiles here. From personal profiles, not that many people post on LinkedIn. Loads of people. If you have a Facebook page, if you have a business Twitter account, if you have a business Pinterest page, you've got to post. Whereas if a lot of people on LinkedIn have personal profiles, they don't think to post. So you actually get a lot more bang for your bucks on LinkedIn. Okay. So ideally on LinkedIn, the minimum amount of times you should be posting is about 3 times a week. Okay. And remember, it's quality over quantity. Ideally, it is recommended that not more than once a day. Okay. So, and this includes resharing. And the reason for not more than once a day on LinkedIn is because not many people post on LinkedIn. Your content is much more likely to be seen. Okay. So if you're posting prolifically throughout the day on LinkedIn and it's landing in people's news feeds, people are just scrolling past because they're so fed up of seeing your content, then it's going to massively affect your engagement, massively affect your reach. So again, LinkedIn, once a day maximum, optimum, I would say about 3 times a week. Okay. Just simply because there's not as much content, and LinkedIn posts tend to hang around for quite a bit longer. So that's LinkedIn then. So let me know, how often do you post on LinkedIn? I would love to know. I think a lot of you who are watching me today, we all follow each other on LinkedIn. I see some fantastic content coming from these guys. So yes, LinkedIn is a great source of B2B marketing opportunities. All right, then Instagram then. Instagram's an interesting one, isn't it? Again, it's getting more and more popular for businesses. So how often should we be posting on Instagram? Well, basically, we're looking at once or twice a day. If you've got a new Instagram account and you're looking at growing it, once or twice a day really is what you need to be looking at. However, your absolute bare minimum on any social media, your absolute bare minimum should be once a week. Okay. Once a week, it'll keep it ticking over. It'll keep you looking up to date. It'll keep you looking professional. But if you're serious about it, you should be looking at once, twice a day. And it can be a little trickier on Instagram because it's very image orientated. And obviously you can't do text only posts. So it can be a little trickier. But remember, it doesn't have to be a beautifully crafted post. Just a picture of you behind the scenes. That works absolutely fine on Instagram. People go all formal and think we've got to have amazing images. You don't, okay? But you do need to be building up that frequency. Okay, YouTube then. We're on YouTube, aren't we here? I'm on YouTube. So I launched my YouTube channel a couple of years ago. And I used to do the odd video when I had a bit of time. And it really didn't grow. It really didn't grow. So I now post on YouTube. I do a video every week. I do a live video every week at the same time. Okay. But if I was serious and I really wanted, and I had the time and I had lots of video content and I seriously wanted to grow it, then it is recommended really to do a video on YouTube 2 to 3 times a week. Okay. I'm happy for it to go quite slowly. I use my Mondays to create lots of content for the rest of my social media and my website and my blogs. Amanda writes my blogs for me from this video. So again, once a week, I would say is a minimum on YouTube. Otherwise, it's just a landing place for you to direct people to. You're not really going to grow. You're not going to get very many new views from people you don't know. But if you're getting serious and you've got the time and you've got the capacity, again, 3 videos a week. But obviously it's a little bit more labor intensive YouTube because it is video. Okay. So that's the recommended one for YouTube. Okay. So Pinterest, for those that are on Pinterest, I love Pinterest. If you sell products online, it is phenomenal. It just sweeps the floor from Instagram, any other ones. Pinterest loves links straight through to your shop. I love it. I love Pinterest. So basically, Pinterest is, again, it's quite a frequent one. They want quite a lot of content. Certainly, as a minimum on Pinterest, you should be looking at posting once a day. But it has been known that Pinterest 10 to 25 posts every single day will massively increase the reach of your profile and grow it. Okay, so again, Pinterest is quite intensive, a bit like Twitter, really. Lots and lots of content going on there. Okay, so let me know what you think. Is that quite a surprise? So those are the main 6 ones, which I'll summarize in a minute. But just to reiterate, just by posting on these recommended times on your social media, this recommended frequency on your social media, doesn't mean you're still going to get the desired effect. Okay, there is so much more to social media than just how many times should I post. Okay, one, you need to make sure that your platforms are set up in the right way. You know, making sure you've got all your keywords in the right place so that they're ranking high. Okay, there is so much more to just creating content. You know, you've got to think about content that your potential customers might want to see. Again, going back to what I mentioned at the beginning of this video, it's quality over quantity. Okay, you've got to think about your timing. You know, when are your ideal customers likely to be live on social media? You know, when are they likely to see it? Because if you're on Twitter and your tweets are only lasting 15 minutes and you're posting whilst they're at work and they're not going to be on Twitter, you've wasted it. So think about your timing. Do think about your hashtags and things like that. What hashtags are you using in order to get found? Hashtags are phenomenal for reaching more people who aren't your followers. So again, think about that strategy. Think about your landing page. When people come and jump on your social media, you've created this content. They're going to click through to your profile if they see it. What does it say? Does it look fabulous? Does it tell them why they should be following you? What value are you going to add to their lives? And how do you get that across at your platform? Because let's face it, we can create this content, but if they click through and they don't like the look of your profile, they don't really know what you're doing, then they're not going to follow you. So again, think about that. There are so many things. And again, if you need help, I run regular workshops online. So don't forget, we do them online. We do an hour a day. In fact, my next one is Instagram. I will post the link in the comments. How to effectively use Instagram for business. That starts on the 23rd of May. We're doing it on Zoom. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to summarize all what we should be doing. Okay, I'll put that in the chat for those of you that are in the chat. Okay. So again, so how many times should we? In summary, again, if you've got any questions, do ask them. Do give me a shout. In summary, Twitter, really 3 times a day. So this is, I'm talking optimum, the minimum amount you should be posting to get the best return on investment. 3 times a day on Twitter. Okay. I would say 3 times a week on Facebook, no more than twice a day. Okay. So 3 times a week on Facebook is going to keep it active. LinkedIn, once a day, no more than once a day. Okay, aim for three times a week. Pinterest, more than five a day. With 15, 20 is better. Instagram, 1 or 2, certainly 1 or 2 videos a week. You need to be looking at that if you're on Instagram. And YouTube, 1 to 3 videos a week will keep you ticking over and keep you growing. Okay. So again, I hope you found that useful. Please give us a like if you've found that really useful information. I have got Gary as well. Gary's going to be joining me. We're going to be talking about videos in July. Gary from Belvoir, he's going to be joining us and talking about videos in July and how to create videos, because he's been creating some fantastic videos for his social media. So again, do have a think about your content and mixing it up. If you're doing 3 posts a week, do have a think about 1 a video, 1 behind the scenes. Mix it up. Don't always be the same. Okay. So Gary's mentioned he does his planning on a Monday, and he schedules as much as possible for the week ahead. Try to do 1 post a day, occasionally have the odd day off. And I think that's the crux of it, really. It's about planning and scheduling, and managing it around our busy work lives. So really trying to get to grips with how can we be more effective and get a better return on investment for our social media, because none of us have got all day to just create social media content. Okay, I do have another video about consistency on social media and why it's so important. So again, I will put the link in this video if you're watching it after the live event. I've also got some blogs on my website, www.socialmediaexec.co.uk. There's loads of blogs on there. Okay. So Gary mentioned this is for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Google My Business, and YouTube. There you go. Gary is very, very busy with his social media, but he's got it to hand. He's got a plan, which is great, which you need to do. Okay. So thank you, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. Next week, I've got a guest. I've got Joanne from Data Bubble, and she's going to be talking about how we can use our social media to collect data and access our ideal clients. So do join me next week. So thanks for watching, and I will see you all again next Monday, 12:30. Please do click the bell on my YouTube channel and you'll get a reminder as well. Okay, thank you, everybody. I'll see you again soon. Bye.